Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, and today in this video we'll study about Mendel's law of segregation. In the last video we learned about Mendel's law of dominance. So if you remember from the last video about law of dominance, we learned that when two parents with different phenotype, parent 1 with the phenotype tall and parent 2 with the phenotype dwarf were crossed, the result obtained in F1 generation are all tall. Capital T is the genotype of parent 1, small t is the genotype of parent 2. So, in case of gametes for parent 1, it is capital T and capital T. For parent 2, it is small t and small t. So, when this capital T will combine with this small t, will obtain capital T small t. Similarly, when this capital T with the small t, again capital T small t, same with this as well, and same with this as well. So here we learned that though in the F1 generation, the offsprings are having both the alleles, but only this capital T is getting expressed. Hence, capital T is dominant over small t. Similarly, with the phenotype, we learned that tall is dominant over dwarf. So this we already learned. Now, to understand the law of segregation, we need to go little further up to F2 generation. So this is the F1 generation. Now for F2 generation, we cross the members of F1 generation. So now these offsprings will become parent for the next generation, that is F2 generation. Now for the F2 generation, the parent is the offspring of F1 generation, that is with the genotype capital T small t. Even the parent 2 is also having the genotype capital T small t. Now, if you remember that their parents was of genotype capital T and small t small t. So this is what? This is a pure line because both the alleles are same. But here it is the combination of both the alleles, that is capital T is also present, small t is also present. So this is known as hybrid, and this hybrid is based on only one character, that is plant height. Therefore, it is monohybrid. The combination of capital T and small t is a hybrid, and this hybrid is on the basis of only one character, that is a plant height. Therefore, it is known as monohybrid. Now, when we crossed these parents, now this cross is known as monohybrid cross because we are crossing two monohybrids. Now, what will be the result of this cross? So, before crossing, they will segregate. That means they will separate. We already studied that gametes separate before fertilization. So here the gametes will get separated. Now after separation in the F2 generation, the result obtained will be this. How? This capital T will combine with this capital T to form capital T genotype. This capital T will combine with this small t to form capital T small t genotype. Now, this small t of parent 1 will combine with capital T of parent 2 to form again capital T small t, and this small t will combine with the small t of parent 2 to form small t small t. So, this is the genotype in case of F2 generation, that is 1 capital T, 2 small t capital T, and 1 small t. So, what is the ratio of the genotype in F2 generation? This is 1, this is 2, and this is again 1. That is 1:2:1 is the ratio of the genotype in F2 generation or after monohybrid cross. Now, what is the phenotype for these genotype? For capital T, it is tall. For capital T, small t, again tall because we already learned in the law of dominance that capital T will only get expressed and hence the result will be tall phenotype. Similarly, for this also tall, and here because both the recessive alleles are present, therefore this plant is dwarf in nature. So this is the phenotype in F2 generation. Now what is the ratio of this phenotype? So we have 3 talls and 1 dwarf. So ratio is 3:1. So in case of monohybrid cross, what we learned is In the F2 generation, the genotypic ratio will be 1:2:1 and the phenotypic ratio is 3:1. This is known as law of segregation. Why this kind of genotype and phenotype is obtained? Because before fertilization, the gametes segregated. They separated. Hence, each gamete, if we consider this capital T with respect to parent 1, it has the opportunity now to combine with the capital T of parent 2 also with the small t of parent 2 also. So it can combine with any of the gametes of the second parent. So this happens because of segregation. This is what the law of segregation means. Now, one question from my end for you all, that is, what could be the consequences if law of segregation does not happen in nature? Do let me know in the comment section. If you found the video informative, please do like, share and subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon for the next video notification. Till then, stay safe, stay happy.